You think Eligor is terrifying? Guess again. He may look like a towering beast, but in this guide, I'm about to show you how to make him look like a complete joke without taking a single hit. And using the Death Ring strategy, which you can grab right inside the castle, I'll guide you to that golden medal you've been chasing. Don't let his size fool you. By the end of this fight, you'll be laughing as you walk away untouched. Alright, his move says, when he raises his sword, stay close, just like I did, to his hoofs, because he's gonna do a downward slash. When he kneels, he's gonna use the bow on his side. And every single one of those bows can be shot down if you need in order to dodge. Remember, the moment he points his sword down, he's gonna do a downward slash. It's pretty easy to do. Actually, it's a downward stab. Now, what you never, under any circumstance, should ever do, see he's kneeling down. I decided to switch over to Acerbatus because it'll allow me to cover a much bigger area per attack. And what you should never, ever do is get under him, like we're gonna do now. This is phase 2, so I'm gonna repeat phase 1. As I was saying, what you should never, ever do is move to phase 2, which is gonna be you underneath Eligor, when his front crossbow is still active. You must destroy the front crossbow before even thinking about going below him, okay? Otherwise, you're gonna have to deal with 2 crossbows when you're below him, and that's not something you want to do, okay? So the moves are pretty simple. You know, he raises his sword, he's gonna come with his lash. He kneels, he's gonna go with the crossbow, and he points his sword down, downward stab. That's it for phase 1. It's easy and it's ridiculous. The only thing is, Eligor is scary, nothing else. Now get ready when he kneels like this, because he's gonna rear, and that is when you're gonna move. So we are on phase 2. You're gonna switch over to Volfugor and keep attacking him. What you're gonna see me doing at times is turn left, jump, attack, and then move right as I'm jumping. That is so I can move while I attack the crossbow. This is kind of a tricky part, because it's very easy to get hit. When he does this, just crouch. It's simple, there's nothing to it. Alright, phase 2 is done. He's gonna get ready to jump. Okay, so the moment he jumps, you double slide under. There, we got phase 2 down. Now on to phase 3. Now what you're gonna do is, you're gonna stick with Acerbatus and avoid jumping when close to his tail. When he pulls his tail in, there's gonna be a little bit of a time before he actually lunges it down. And when his tail freezes, you can tell this because you're going to be moving and the tail's going to stop. That means he's locked into a position. So it's kind of a timing thing. You know, I'm shooting Acerbatus, he reared his tail. It's like, what, 3 or 4 seconds before he actually lunges his tail at you. Other than that, just stay on the ground and keep on firing Acerbatus. You can do some jumps like I did, but I really don't recommend that you do this. You know, just play it safe. And that's phase 3. Now, something that's absolutely important, never reach halfway once you go up, because he's gonna do this. He's waiting to bait you. Alright, phase 4. So, when he raises both his arms and his tail, you're gonna have to move forward. Now he's gonna roar. When he does this, move to the back. Make sure you don't fall. See, whenever he roars, he's gonna rear. When he gets his tail straight up and moves his torso forward, he's gonna do the elbow lunge. There's also an extra move he can actually sometimes pull, and that's the hardest one, is he's gonna point his tail towards you. You're gonna have to double jump and move forward. Okay, so he did his trick rearing attack. He began joining his elbow and tail, move forward. When he roars, move back. You're going to see that he's going to lean a little bit forward. Only attack after he's done attacking you. That's the safest spot. When he stands up, you know, his back is straight, and he raises his tail just a little bit, and you can see his elbows moving just like that. He was going to go for another elbow lunge. And if you're already a subscriber and you follow my community posts, which I post on a daily basis, both free access and early, members only posts, then I've been telling people that Eligor, or Eligor, I don't know, I've been pronouncing it many different ways, is actually a huge piece of shit. This boss is actually easy. The thing is, he's big, he's scary. But the true, the one true boss that is the hardest to no damage is and will always be fucking Blackmore. No wonder that, my Blackmore no damage boss guide is the one that's been getting more views, and that's because it's the boss people have the most problems with. Out of Eligor, people are just scared, but if you begin reading him, forget, the scary eye, his huge size, and just read him for what he is. Yeah, he's not a whole lot, just like Dracula. And guys, making this types of video does take a lot of time, even though Eligor was kind of a piece of shit. But every single boss run, until I perfect the strategies and I can publish it to you, can take up to 2 hours of resetting and practicing, and that eats up a lot of resources and time. So if you'd like to help keep the show afloat, help me keep producing content like this, then consider becoming a member right here on the channel. I made sure that every single tier gets a lot of good stuff on an extremely frequent basis. We have community exclusive posts for members. We have 4K wallpapers released weekly. I may sometimes release more than one wallpaper per week because I just felt inspired to make something else. I always use AI, I made some really good investments in buying top-notch software to edit every single image that I use. We also have videos that are exclusive to members only. We have a whole segment called the Belmont Tavern, which will forever remain a members only weekly segment in which we discuss a lot of things. For example, last week we discussed James Rolfe, Mike Matei, and Samurai Spirits 2. Yes, our Sam Show 2. So there's a lot of good stuff for you out there, and every single help is very much appreciated. Alright? So thank you for watching. We still have a lot of Castlevania to do, and it's been a pleasure making this full no damage bosses guide in order of Ecclesia for you. So this was Belmont speaking to you, and tomorrow you're finally gonna no damage Dracula himself. He's a little bitch. Oh my god. See you then.